Alrighty, everyone, welcome to Frostpunk, the first episode and the last autumn expansion. So I think the cutscene is gonna start any minute. This is the introduction of before the first normal Frostpunk without any expansion. So it goes into depth of how the cold came and how all those people came to the part of the new area of the land. So we're gonna go in depth and figure out what happened.
Personal journey
Enjoy.
with Euphemia McLaughlin, Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
All right, here we go. All right, so the last autumn, we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work riots and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus on why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire, so I'm assuming that's England, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life for the Queen and country. Right, so I guess this is where the generator is going to be built, in this massive cave entrance or hole. All right, so it looks like we just have to get some basic facilities up. We just have to get a fishing harbor, a forger's camp, and food source somewhere in the plains. All right, so I'm gonna pause. So by the looks of it, we are starting off with some steel, a lot of wood, a lot of steel, and then also some steam cores. So I didn't notice in this game up until I started playing recently that you can actually harvest the shipwreck, which has 1,000 steel. So I actually didn't know that. Not 100% on how you're able to harvest this, but you know what? We're gonna figure it out along the journey. So usually what I like to do is put my workshops in this area. And it also said that we have to get, obviously, a cookhouse. And where is resources? Oh, the forger's hut. So we actually have to unlock that. So what I might do is I'm going to start off by building the workshop. So let's get a road connected here. Get everyone to the wood piles. Steel. And the steam cores, I don't think... I'll put 5 for now. And then I'm going to leave some people at the coal. And then the rest of the 5 will build this. Once this is built, then afterwards, I'll put them all near the coal mine. Okay, so I guess the plan here is our first upgrade is probably going to be the forager's hut. And once the people request that they want places to live, so the tent houses, and then afterwards that's where I'll start building that. So I'm probably going to begin building that in this area, considering we got some space. And then once people start passing away, I'll build the cemetery somewhere close to this area, which will be good. And then the rest will just be more tents, more homes. I'll continue building that out. So we're going to need a sawmill, or two at least. Or I'll put it in this area to get as much of this forest as possible. And then I'll probably put one on this side too, just so that we can start clearing out space. Okay, so it looks like the workshop is coming along nicely. So now, probably a good idea to get a cookhouse. So I'm going to put space for one more workshop. I'm going to extend this road out. I'm going to have to leave some wood aside for the upgrade. Okay, so first steps. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear the area around the shaft to make space for the construction facilities. Alright, so that's going to be our main task, is clear everything around, which is probably going to take a couple of days. So we do have 15 engineers. So let's go. I'm going to upgrade the sawmill first, once we have enough wood. We'll give it maybe a second or two. The nice thing too is we have 15 engineers, so I'm going to use 5 for the medics, and then I'll use the next 10. So 5 right now, and then an extra 5 for a workshop. That way we'll have 2 workshops running. I'm going to try to get at least 5 in total. That way we can have a consistent supply of research being done. It looks like everyone's getting work done. Bringing in their bags of materials to the warehouse. So depending on how early, probably going to build a medical outpost. And then the tents and the homes I'll leave for somewhat last. So a basic medical station, so it's 25 wood. So I'm probably going to build that next. Just so that people don't get gravely ill or anything. And then once people start asking for homes, like I said, I'll start building them out. So I can probably... It is going a little slow. I'm going to build that second workshop. Okay, these guys need 5 people. I'm going to just use 5 of our engineers because they're not doing anything. Okay, everything seems to be running smoothly. Probably should build out a road here just so that we can start building tents. Okay, I'll worry about that once we need the homes. Okay, so everything seems to be moving nicely. So now I'm wondering if early on should leave the standard meal or food rations from 2 raw food, or if I should go to harder meals. I'll probably just keep it for now because I'm gonna have to upgrade that anyways. And then afterwards, I'm gonna have to later on figure out. I think I just put a gathering post, maybe. Maybe people get down here somehow. Yeah, so I guess they probably come down and then just start taking in the steel and then bringing it. I wonder how this boat managed to crash, probably once they were coming here to the island. Okay, let's put the rest of our engineers here. Speed up this research. Okay, and now I have a choice between what we have available. I'll probably get this medical post next. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Everything is being built. So we're not doing too bad for the first workday. Alright, so it looks like the sawmill is researched. So it looks like, let's look at the next research category we're going to go into. So it's probably going to be the forger's quarters. And then after that, probably the docks. I'm not sure if I should get the faster gathering. Once I do get the sawmill, it's probably a good idea to get some faster gathering. So I might go into the sawmill, and then afterwards forger's hut, and then faster gathering, and then after very end we'll get profiles manufacturer. Okay, so these guys are not working, and we also do not have enough. So there is a trick early on. I usually try to remove some of the walkway. +1, +2. Right, perfect. Alright, so now we have 10. That's a bit of a cheat, I guess, early on. Okay, so go to the forger's quarters. Okay, let's see what these people are going to say. Alright, so camp life. Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think we have to work down there. Out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon, rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but camp offers very little other entertainment. Alright, we'll just let them be. They are not causing any issues. It's only once they start rioting. Right, so it looks like the engineers are done for the day. So let's go ahead and speed up some of the time. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't actually know you can actually see the steam cores light up. Kind of questioning how these things are gaining energy. Unless if they have some sort of fire or something. Yeah, cool. This game is very interesting. It's cool to see that you can see, like, you know, people walking around, working. They'll have like little lanterns. Creates a very good dynamic feel to the game. And the interesting part too is you get to see, you know, the very little snow and cold that's here compared to, you know, just the base model vanilla of the game. Alright, so I'm going to remove some of the engineers. Or actually all of them. We can put 5 workers. And we can put 5 engineers here, just in case if anyone gets sick. And we should be okay for the first night. I mean, this looks kind of dangerous, not having a walkway here. But I guess these people manage. Oh, alright, so just like I assumed, we got 3 sick by the looks. Alright, so people got a cold. Sir, a few people got a cold from sleeping on the ground. We should provide them with some kind of accommodations. Only because this might impact out efficiency in the long run. So I won't address this right now. We'll provide some shelter, just so that it doesn't put a strain on our other materials. So by the looks, we only have 3 people sick. Let's go to the patients. So they are at the lowest rank for sickness, so it's not too bad. Let's see how much. So I'm basically gonna have to get at least 5 homes, so that's 50 wood. Okay, so we do have the availability to build this sawmill, so I will be building this sawmill. And then I'll be taking the people off the coal here, and then potentially off the steam cores. Just because we won't need anyone on the steam cores for now. And the research, it will start soon. Okay, let's speed up the time just a little bit. Once the workday begins, then afterwards we'll go back to normal game time.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
Alright, perfect. Okay. So We're getting wood quite fast, so we're at 5. We need at least 10. We're at 7. Probably should take these people off. Alright, we should get the sawmill any second now. Perfect. Alright, so trying to see if I can get the max range. Okay, this is perfect. I don't think we're gonna get any better than that. Okay, might as well take the time to extend it, and then I'm gonna go up from here. Okay, so we'll let people build that out. See how much wood that was gonna cost? Okay, so 9 wood. Okay, so we do have 3, so I'm just gonna keep building out the walkway. So that's 2. So as they collect it, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, awesome. Okay, so everything seems to be going to according to plan. Okay, so... Okay, there you go. I was wondering why these research shops weren't working. Okay, so they are almost halfway through for the research for the forger's quarters. So that is quite nice. So this is very interesting, but if you guys don't know, as you extend the workshops for the research production, basically they continue to connect. So just like this in the middle, and they also get a boost in the efficiency for the research. And it's a very just nice steampunk look with, you know, these massive, whatever you want to call generators, just, you know, with the electricity going through. So, and then these weights, I guess that helps with some sort of research with whatever they're doing. Very nice. Alright, so I still have to connect the road. And now we are done. We still have to get a couple homes. I don't think we need any gathering posts right now. So let's build some homes here. Okay, I don't want to take out any of these trees if possible. Okay, here's 1. Here's 2. Okay, I think 2 for now is good. I think if I build 3 at least, then I can build 2 the next day. Okay, so now we got our forger's quarters. These guys also need something to research. Okay, so let's go into our tab. So I think we were looking at faster gathering is next. We just have to wait a little bit. The sawmill, once it comes online, is going to be a fantastic asset. It'll speed the wood production. Okay, let's get our faster gathering research. And then after that, probably a good idea to get the docks. And then I'm going to get the profiles manufacturing. Just because we don't need to create anything. We still have a lot of material to collect. Okay, I'm going to remove these guys off the steam cores. Put the max. Now, I guess we don't have any available people. Oh, we do. I'm just going to leave this down to 2 people. You know what? I'm just going to put it at 1. At least then we have some workers to go around to build out these homes. I am going to add another tent. And then I think this should be good for now. Probably should extend the road this way. And then that is perfect. So this is good. At least they have a place to stay. They won't get cold, which means they won't get sick. And that will not put any intensity on our medics here. And there's still food being served, so we're left at 231. And the forger's quarters is 35 wood. So I guess we're just gonna save everything else now for the forger's quarter. And then we're gonna put a pause on the research. So night is coming. And the sawmill is working at full capacity.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
Alright. So I think that is day 2. Yep. So we're going on to starting our 3rd night. So like I said, I'm going to speed up the time a little bit. In the meantime, we can watch the workers build their homes. So them getting on the little ladders, having their little hammers, going away at building these places for them to live. So it's crazy in depth how the creators made this. Like you can see the people literally hacksawing all the wood and building out facilities in the production. So I wonder how they get to some game development, how they even do that. That's can't imagine the amount of work that takes to get it to that level. So probably one thing I will do right now is, considering I have leftover wood, I'll probably build out that walkway. And I'm gonna add maybe 3 people. Or actually, they actually don't need anyone right now. See how these sick patients are doing. Okay, so 4 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours. So it looks like no one's sick, which is great. And now we just continue to wait while everyone goes to sleep. So another person fell ill. The good thing is we have some people that are about to leave, which is good. So 2 hours left, 1 hour going to treatment. So everything will probably be done in an hour or so. So probably once I get the first phase of all this production and the first research, so profiles, manufacturer that's left, and the docks, I'll probably look at researching the drawing boards. We also have to build the forger's hut. Let's see. Where is this food? Yeah, so 35 wood. Okay, let's see what these workers want. Alright, so camp life reality check. As the camp wakes up under dark ring clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'll be sent to the end of nowhere, they grumble. There is nothing for us to do here but work, which is very true. They are going to stay a while in the remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, the efficiency will suffer, which means that the steam generator will not be built. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Consider signing a law raising motivation. Not now. Okay, let's see what law we can sign to get some motivation up. So we can get a chapelle or a bathhouse. So the bathhouse I probably don't want to do right now, just because it's going to cost some coal. And I want to save that till we need it once people start getting seriously sick. So we have a public house. Hardworking people need to unwind after work in a good company with good company, with a stiff drink in hand. So we either can get the chapelle or we can get a public house. So I'm probably going to do the chapelle first, and then we'll have time to do that. Good, I miss praying together. It's a right decision. Nobody should be denied access to a place of worship. Alright. So they're having little discussions with each other. Okay, so I think I can build another home here. This is going to destroy the trees, so I don't want to go in this direction. Should be good for now. And then I want to leave some space for the chapelle. Probably going to put the chapelle probably closer up. And then the rest of the wood I'm just going to save for the forger's hut. Okay, let's speed up the time so they get to work. So the good thing too is the research for the gathering efficiency is about to finish. So, which is going to help a lot. So that'll be it for now. I'll catch you guys in episode 2. See you then.